Alrighty, YouTube, Niner Empire, what is going down? Welcome back to another video. So Jeremy Fowler of ESPN is reporting that the Falcons are bracing to lose center Drew Dalman in free agency. He's likely gone from the Atlanta Falcons and will hit free agency to see what's out there. The 49ers need to be all over this. I made a video about a month ago, maybe less than a month ago, and I was an advocate for the 49ers bringing in Drew Dalman, signing him. They cannot settle with Jake Brendel again. I definitely think they need more from center in 2025. It's one of their biggest needs. Aside from Trent Williams and Dom Pooney, the second-year guy who had a phenomenal rookie campaign, aside from those two guys, the 49ers' offensive line is horrible. And Jake Brendel's one of the reasons why. Aaron Banks was one of the reasons why. The 49ers need to upgrade center. It's one of their most clear needs going into 2025. And signing Drew Dalman, would be a very wise move for the future of this offensive line. They were terrible when it come to the interior blocking last year for the run game. I mean, probably the worst in the NFL. And a lot of it had to do with Jake Brendel. And they're cutting ties. They're likely going to be cutting ties with Aaron Banks. He'll end up elsewhere. I think that's the expectation. They need to do the same with Jake Brendel. They're not getting enough out of Jake Brendel for him to be in a position to return to the 49ers on a new contract. So definitely expect the Niners to move on from Jake Brendel. And a good step in the right direction for the future of this offensive line is signing Drew Dalman from the Atlanta Falcons. He's 26 years old. He's on his way to a top-flight deal. This would be a move to bolster the center position for many, many years to come. He certainly qualifies, as one of the top offensive linemen coming out in free agency. Among centers with 500 or more snaps this year, he ranked 4th in PFF overall grade at 78.8, rounding that out with top 10 grades as both a pass blocker and a run blocker. And over the past 2 seasons, only 4 centers have produced a higher PFF overall grade than Drew Dalman at 84.8. So he definitely could easily become one of the 3 highest paid centers in the NFL, leapfrogging Lloyd Cushenberry at $12.5 million annually last offseason. But this would give the 49ers an opportunity to sign a top-end offensive lineman, particularly at center, which is an impactful position in Kyle Shanahan's system. It doesn't come around often. And, with the 49ers set to extend Brock Purdy, it is time to fully invest in an offensive line and protect that investment. Drew Dalman, in my opinion, should be a priority for the 49ers. His signing could help the team focus on different positions in the draft to strengthen their roster further. So, obviously, there's been some noise about Armand Membu, the Missouri offensive tackle, had a phenomenal NFL combine. There's been some talk about him potentially being an option for the 49ers at pick 11. And based off of his combine results, it may be tough for the 49ers to pass on a guy like Armand Membu. I mean, that would be a long-term answer at left tackle whenever Trent Williams retires. And obviously, Trent Williams, Dom Pooney, Drew Dalman, and Armand Membu is a very, very good, very much so, a massive improvement over the offensive line that the 49ers had last year. So I'm still an advocate for the Niners drafting an edge rusher. I think there's going to be too many good edge rushers in the draft at pick 11 that the 49ers are probably not going to want to pass up on. So I definitely still think they should take an edge rusher, but in free agency, Drew Dalman should be one of their top priorities, and they should absolutely sign him. And obviously with the news that Jeremy Fowler is reporting that the Falcons are bracing to lose Drew Dalman to free agency, and that he's likely gone from the Atlanta Falcons, this just seems like a 49ers type of move. You get your center of the future in Drew Dalman. He's only 26 years old. He has ties to the 49ers organization. His dad played for the 49ers, won a Super Bowl with the 49ers, I believe, in the 90s. So, yeah, man, I mean, again, I'm all for the 49ers signing Drew Dalman. I mean, it makes sense. And they're prepared to lose Dalman to a higher offer. The 49ers should be that team to offer him something more than what Atlanta's willing to bring him back on. So I am all for Drew Dalman to the 49ers. Again, I made a video about this about 3 weeks to a month ago. This is something that Drew Dalman could follow his dad's footsteps in. Obviously, his dad, Chris Dalman, played with John Lynch and Ed McCaffrey at Stanford as well. So very, very intriguing free agent option for the 49ers. They have a massive need at center. They have a massive need at offensive line. And this would be a good step in the right direction to getting this offensive line back to where it needs to be. So let me know what you guys think of Jeremy Fowler's report about the Falcons bracing to lose Drew Dalman to free agency. Should the 49ers sign him? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, go Niners. I'll see you guys in the next one.